everyone, welcome to my evening skincare routine video. It's taken me a long time to get around to filming this because it has only been this year really that I am happy that I've got my evening skincare routine properly down. I'm happy with all the products and yeah, so therefore I thought it was time I shared it with you, especially because I've had a lot of requests for this video as well. So I'll start by telling you about my skin type. If you are familiar with my videos, I've droned on about it loads of time. Loads of times should I say, but I would describe my skin as dry, definitely prone to redness and very sensitive. There are quite a few ingredients that I really cannot tolerate, which has been a trial and error type situation, hence taking it so long for me to actually find all the products that I'm happy with. And I suffer from a few, I'd say minor skin conditions, but they flare up now and then. I have minor forms of them anyway. Eczema and peri-oral. Oh my god, I can't talk today. I've been to a spa day, right, and I'm just so super relaxed that I just can't function anymore. Eczema and peri-oral dermatitis are the two that I suffer with on my face. So, obviously I'm not saying that these products are suitable for everybody in that situation, but I definitely would recommend a trial and error type situation if you are suffering with sensitivity to ingredients, because you can start to sort of do a, what's the phrase I'm looking for? I told you my brain's not working. Process of elimination when it comes to things that irritate you. And I would also say I do think that my skincare routine, when you add it all up, does actually work out quite pricey. But for me, most of the products that I use, you know, I've tried cheaper products, and the ingredients that I can't use are often in those. It tends to be perfumes that aren't natural perfumes, and sodium lauryl sulfate are the two main culprits. Certainly essential oils I'm a little bit sensitive to as well. Anyway, without further ado, because I've droned on a lot already, let's get into the products that I'm using. So the first thing I use is an eye makeup remover to take off my makeup. Some people prefer to use a cleanser that also takes off your eye makeup remover. The one I use is good enough to do that, but I often wear waterproof mascara and I like to just be really thorough. This is actually a product that I have found now. I can't claim that I found it, but my mother-in-law brought it back from Spain for me. Because it is a dupe for Lancome, which is my other favourite one, and I actually think it's better because this is less fragranced, and over time I can start to get a little bit sensitive to Lancome, but this one hasn't happened. So God knows what it's called. I'll show you the close-up of the product. I'm not going to butcher the name by trying to pronounce it, but it's one of those dual phase products that you have to shake up, and I just use that with a cotton pad to remove it. I then go on to my cleanser, and that's the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel. I mean, I know everyone's gone on about it. All the sort of bigger YouTubers had their phase at least of recommending it, but it really is good. I kind of jumped on the bandwagon after a long time having researched what's in it. So why I love this, it's formulated by a team of doctors, nutritionists and cosmetic scientists. So certainly expert opinion has gone into it. Ingredients wise, it's got vitamin A, C, E, some starflower oil, and the fragrance in it is only natural fragrance, there's no added fragrance. So to me, I've developed no sensitivity to it. It's also got chamomile, a word I can never say, and rose, which I find quite calming on my skin. This costs £29.50. What I don't like about it, common complaint, is that it doesn't have like a clear panel at the side, so you never know when it's quite going to run out. So I apply this all over my face with dry hands. It comes out like a orangey coloured gel consistency. It quickly melts once you put it onto your face under the warmth of your fingertips. I then add a little bit of water to my fingertips and rub it all over my face. It kind of goes like a milky consistency then. And then I use a hot cloth to remove it. That has been one of the big revelations for me, using a hot cloth or flannel to remove cleanser as well. So I get it as hot as I can tolerate without it being too hot. I place it over my face for about 10-15 seconds first, and then I rub it off, rinse, rub again, so I'm happy that it's nice and fully cleansed. I do go down my neck as well because I do put bronzer on my neck as well, and I want to make sure that's nice and clean and not starting to age me if I'm not cleaning it properly. I do love this as a cleanser. My skin feels completely thoroughly cleansed afterwards, but not tight at all. I do sometimes do a double cleanse if I've got a particularly heavy lot of makeup on, but day to day I just use this once. I will then go on to a favourite that I have used for a long time. In fact, out of everything, this is probably the product that's been in my skincare routine of an evening for the longest of all, and it's the L'Oreal Micellar water. I use this as basically kind of a second cleanse to make sure everything is removed, and a toner as well to really close up those pores. If I remember, I try and splash a little bit of cold water onto my face having cleansed, so that my pores are a little bit more closed or less open, but then I've got this as a toner, so I do find that this sort of closes up my pores again. And if there is any little bit of residue left on my skin after the cleanser, then this gets rid of it as well. There are so many micellar waters out there nowadays. I mean, literally every skincare brand seems to have their own micellar water, but for me, this, as one of the originals that was available in this country, is still the best for me. I will then use my eye cream, and again, this is something I've used for quite some time. I've done a review on this on my channel. It's quite an old video now, but it's certainly one of my more popular videos, so I will make sure I put that up on a card. But it's the Bobbi Brown Hydrating Eye Cream. I just love this because it's very, very rich yet light. It's also got some calming ingredients in there, and I certainly notice it is keeping my wrinkles under control. I can't say it's reversed them completely. I do feel like it's perhaps slowed them down. Obviously, there's no way I'm going to know that if I haven't got a comparison of not using it, but it's definitely keeping my wrinkles under control. Yeah, love this one. There is a more potent version of it, which is a lot more expensive, and I don't know when I might have to start going up to that, maybe when I hit 35. I haven't decided yet, I need to do some more research. But this one costs £32.50. A little goes a long way as well, so it does last me about 3 to 4 months. Now, the next step is one of my more recent additions, but I've still been using it, well, for long enough to completely run out and then this be a new bottle. And this is from Roche-Posay. Toleriane Ultra is the name of the product. Basically, it's a serum or a treatment, but it's one that's gentle enough to be used every day. So why I love this most of all is because of the anti-redness. Out of all my skincare routine, the thing that I didn't really have, especially of an evening, until I got this product, was something that really calmed down my skin, especially after the cleansing process. But this is a really, really good calming product. Roche-Posay, again, another well-known brand that's good for sensitive skin. This has no alcohol, no fragrance, no artificial colours, and although after I read up about it, I realised it's more aimed at the normal to oily end of the scale, I'm finding it completely fine. I think that's because everything else I'm using is quite nourishing, quite rich and quite moisturising. So the fact that this is designed or not designed for dry skin is fine, because it's the calming aspect of it that I love. So yeah, this is something that I have added into my routine, and it's finally, I finally feel like now that my skincare routine is complete with this. Now, if I remember, about twice a week I will add in a lip exfoliator, and this is the one and only lip exfoliator that I use, and it's the e.l.f. one. The most bargainous of everything in my skincare routine, because this costs £4.50. God knows how long it's lasts, because it's my third one. The first one I having dropped down the toilet, and the second one that I broke, so I don't know how long it would last if I actually used up the whole product. But it's just so easy to use in this format. A lot of the other lip scrubs that I've come across are in pots, you've got to dip your finger in it, but in this lipstick shaped tube it's just so easy to apply. Really, really moisturising. It's got vitamin E, avocado, grape, shea butter, jojoba, that word I can never say again. So I put this all over my lips, and I then wipe it off with a wet cotton wool. I mean, it's edible, but I kind of feel like I don't want to eat it because there is sugar in it. I don't want to eat it after I brush my teeth. So I wipe it off with a cotton wool bud and then just use a dry one to pat it dry lightly. So another skin changing product for me has been this one. It's the Juno oil Hydrating Cellular face oil from Sunday Riley. Again, I've done a completely separate review on this, so I won't go into too much detail, but it is just so amazing for skin softening, skin brightening, and because there's no essential oils in it, it's been great for my sensitive skin as well. I apply between 3 and 5 drops of this depending on whether I am feeling a little bit more on the dry side or not. The day that I'm showing you I'm using this, I think I just used 3 drops. So I drop the 3 drops onto the tips of my fingers, I rub it in between my 2 fingers and press it into my face and down my neck, and I sometimes try and give it a little bit of some sort of massage, but I don't really know what I'm doing there. I don't use a moisturiser. After I said in my Sunday Riley review, I didn't know if that was the right thing to do or not, and I did have a comment on there from someone who said actually that is the right thing to do, because once you've got oil on, nothing else is penetrating your skin, so what's the point of putting anything else on? And for me, that is hydrating enough that I don't feel like I need a night cream on top of it. And finally, the last product I use is lip balm. I like to use a really intense, non-perfumed lip balm at night because I'm going to bed and I don't want all sort of fragrances and all that kind of thing. And I use, at the moment, and have been using for quite a long time for my night lip balm, the Dr. Lipp original nipple balm for lips. So this claims to be 100% natural, and it is, because all that's in it is medical grade lanolin, and it is just so good. It just sits on your skin, but on your lips, but at the same time seems to sink into it as well. Really nourishes them. I wake up with nice soft lips when I use this over night time. I've got other ones that I do love for daytime use as well, but where this is non-fragranced, Very, very simple ingredients wise. I find this the best one to use at night. I have done a review on this on my blog as well, so my blog is always linked down below, so you can go and check out that review if you want more details about what else this can be used for, because it is not just a lip balm, and it's sort of an all-round wonder product. So that is my skincare routine. I hope I have told you the prices as we go along, but what I will do is list and link all the products down below just to make sure that all the information is there. If you've got any further questions, then again do put a little comment down below, and I hope it's been helpful. I will be doing a daytime skincare routine at a later point as well. I have to admit I haven't got that one 100% down yet. I'm not completely 100% happy with it enough for me to share it with you, but that is my nighttime routine. It has been for a while, and it will be staying that way for a while because it's just working for me. So do give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm doing videos twice a week at the moment. I've got a new schedule, I can't remember if I've mentioned that on the channel yet, so I'm uploading every Tuesday and every Thursday at 6 PM. So yeah, if you don't want to miss any of those, make sure you're just subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.